Hello, my name is Eva. I am a volunteer for Kovo. I am a resident of Green Bay. I have been living in Green Bay for about 20 years now, and I have been working with my community, working with youth specifically. And this is
Stephanie, and I also am a volunteer with Kovo. I've been a resident in Wisconsin for about 15 years, and I work with the community as well, youth but Hispanic mainly. And I'm really proud to say that I'm a dedicated voter. But this year that we're in now, it's election year. It's not just like any random. It's a very important one, and I would like to talk about it. Eva, why do you want to vote? Why is it important to you? Why is it so important to vote?
Impacts my community and my family, people that I know, and I would want to vote for those who cannot.
And I will piggyback right on that. For me, voting is also very important due to the fact that I come from an immigrant household. My parents, they weren't able to vote for a long time in this country, so that means that they had to watch laws and things that maybe weren't for them, that didn't help them just be, right? So I was able to be born in this country, so my responsibility as a U.S. citizen is to try to be a voice for them. And in a way, if you think about it, we're also a voice for all immigrants and all other people in this country, not just Hispanic, but a lot of people who just can't and don't have a voice, which if we know anything about, especially what's going on right now, having a voice is super important in this country. I just wanted to talk a little bit about voting though. Obviously it's not an easy process, is it?
No, but that's what we're here for. We're gonna guide you with a few different videos on how to vote from home, what are the requirements, how to vote. If you want to be in person, that's okay too, but how to do it and what you will need.
Specifically in this video, we're going to teach you and show you how to register to vote. So first, in order to register to vote, you can do it on election day. So it's important that you know that the day of election, you can go and you can register right there and then. However, you're putting yourself up to being able to be turned away if you don't have specific documents that are needed for you to do it. So I would just recommend that it's easier for you to register ahead of time. So that way you go and you have enough time to resolve any issues, if any, by the day that election time comes.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's important for you to be safe and practice safety measurements. You don't want to be exposed to a lot of people, long lines, so it's easier to do it online.
Especially with the pandemic that we have. Now, if you can complete your voting registration online, as long as you have a driver's license or an ID. So if you don't have a license, it's fine, just have an identification. You can register online for the presidential election between August 12th and October 14th. Pretty much at this point, you can just go online and do it. So this is something that you can do at home.
Yep, and you have to be 18 and a U.S. citizen. So let's get started. Where to vote? The website is myvote.wi.gov. There's a button at the bottom of the page. If you need to translate the page in Spanish, you can. So you must enter your name and your birthday. The system will let you know if you've already registered, or if you've never voted in Wisconsin, you'll see a button to register. Next, you will see a page of instructions. If you have moved since you got your driver's license or ID, you want to click the change your address at the DMV website. You must do this before you register to vote.
So now you're going to answer the eligibility questions. First, you must be a U.S. citizen in order to vote. You do have to be at least 18 years old by election day. Then you must enter your driver's license or state ID number. You must live in your Wisconsin address for at least 28 days prior to the election. Now, you must not be serving a sentence for felony convictions, but once you're done with probation or parole for felony, you can definitely vote again or register to vote again. On the next screen, enter your middle name. Your name must match what's on your ID. If it doesn't match, you will get an error message. And you can try again, but sometimes people's DMV records have two last names, no middle name. Or you might have two last names, but the DMV recorded it as a middle name and a last name. Pretty much it gets messy. So make sure that you check that. Then you must enter your address. It must match the address that the DMV has on file for you. Then you gotta enter your phone number and an email if you have one. This is important because if the clerk has any questions or needs to contact you about your voting, then they could do so via this vessel. Next, verify that everything is correct and check the box to certify that everything is right and that you are eligible to vote. And just like that, you're registered. So please watch our other videos to find out what you got to do next.